network companies and say, please, sir, can we have another try with you guys? I just don't see it happening. I really don't. I think he's burnt too many bridges because he's been, from what I've seen on the internet and what I've read, he's been really nasty to some of the cable companies.
And Rick, if I could just chime this in, the only reason Vince went into the internet network, because it's like what Andy just said, most of the stuff we stream. We are on our iPhones, on our Androids, we're on our tablets. We always are on the move. And we live in a computer internet age, Wi-Fi age. So what they're banking on is trying to capture the fans to see if they, let me rephrase that. They want to capture the fans that always want to see the WWE without naturally being at home. So if you can't watch it on TV, you have it on your phone, your tablet, your laptop. You can go anywhere and watch the WWE. They basically followed an online gaming format. Well, they'll sell you a game, and you pay a subscription to get all the perks and elite gear and all that stuff on your character. World of Warcraft is a big MMORPG that has that same format. They present a game. You want the extra add-ons and extra little gear and extra mods or whatever they have, you got to subscribe. So Vince knows that this was the right way to do it. What he should have done was introduce it once all the bugs and tweaks are out of the way, and he could have put out a stable product and restrict it to certain things. Like, okay, yes, the classic libraries he has with all the promotions. Leave that in there. He can put his little TV shows, the Total Divas or the Legends House and all that, and leave the rest of the stuff on pay-per-view and the regular TV market. He didn't do that. I would have taken money from anywhere you can get. So he should have kept the network separate, mixed in the pay-per-views on both the network and the pay-per-view companies, and everybody would have been happy, and you would have not seen this.
Yeah, another thing. Yeah, I see where you're going with it, and that would have made a lot of sense. You know, he could have done the pay-per-views there and said, "Hey, if you want to get the pay-per-view," the network would have gotten the pay-per-views the following Tuesday night, and said, at least that way, you know, you could have at least make some kind of a deal with the WWE with the pay-per-views. Say, look, you get them live on Sundays, but on Tuesdays they're going to the network.
Or
you know what I mean?
Or you could have kept it live. But if people wanted to see it live, they can see it also on the network. Again, there's a lot of people traveling around, so that's what he was hoping on. Well, if you're not home to watch it on TV, well, you could turn on your phone, your internet, your laptop, your whatever, your Android and tablet, and you can watch it there. So it makes the same thing.
But still, you know what, though? I mean, people mostly who have phones or laptops and stuff like that can usually are linked into their Comcast accounts. So, in other words, if I really wanted to watch a pay-per-view on my phone, I can. So that's really kind of, he knew what he was doing. He just wanted it all to himself. It's not that it was,
Do you know what they've really overlooked? And I don't know if you guys are the same as me. Now, I know, unless you've bought a really expensive TV now, these internet-ready TV, smart TVs they call them in the UK. If you're like me with a TV that's 3 years old, that's still an all singing, dancing, but it doesn't have internet facilities, unless I've got a PS3 or an Xbox where I can get internet on my TV, I'm restricted to watching it on a PC or a laptop or a mobile phone. And when I've got an all-singing, dancing 50-inch TV in my living room, do I really want to watch it on a 19-inch screen? Not really.
You know what? I don't know. Like I said, because I haven't seen the network on that, so I don't know how really good it is or the quality. So for me, I'm not really one to judge.
I mean, the only time I've seen anybody streaming stuff, if it's been a stream where there's been a chat room where you can actually ask questions I have asked the question, and I've said, like, what you're streaming it through, and they're streaming it through an Xbox. Well, if they're streaming it through an Xbox, the quality isn't that brilliant. It's not as good as actually getting the feed directly onto a TV. So they're streaming it from an Xbox, and the quality, I know they're getting it broadcast to them, and then they are rebroadcasting it to the world, for the want of a better term. But if you start to blow that picture up that you're getting on the internet, it gets more and more pixelated. So I can't say from first-hand experience, because in the UK we don't get the network yet, but I would like to go someone's house that actually pays for the network to see what screen size you can comfortably watch it before it starts getting like a bad YouTube video. And am I going to pay $10 for a crappy, grainy, pictured quality that might keep stopping and starting and buffering every couple of seconds? No, I wouldn't. I want something that's stable and crystal clear picture to watch. I don't want something that I've got to wait for my internet to buffer before I can watch it. I want to watch it now.
Yeah.
That's the main problem that people have with Netflix. Netflix was promising the world, and what's happened to that?
I actually have Netflix, and I can actually speak the world of Netflix. Netflix is actually a very good service, so I will stand behind my Netflix.
Yeah, but Netflix was saying, Netflix are you'll never need to go to a hire shop or buy a DVD again. Everything that you want will be on Netflix. Have they seen the sales of DVDs falling because of Netflix? No. In fact, Netflix have realised now that they're onto a loser, and in the UK, I don't know if they offer the same deal, but if you hire a movie from Netflix and you enjoy it, they will do you a deal where they will sell you a copy of the DVD and send it to you through the post. So even they know that DVD sales have not suffered.
Yeah, but you know what, though? No, it's really the fact is, what's really killing DVD sales? Actually, what's actually even killed DVD rentals all over the place? It's a thing called Redbox. I don't know if you have it around in your country, but we have a Redbox, and you can rent a DVD for as little as $1 per night. And they are every place. They're on every single corner. So basically, if I want to get a DVD in one town, go into another town in my place, keep it for 2 nights, spend $2, and then go like 2-3 towns over and say, shoot, I forgot to bring it back. I can go to another Redbox and drop it off. It's, that's how it is. I push it, and boom, it goes right to my debit card. It's great. And it's taken out places like that. It's taken out Blockbusters. They've taken out the mom and pop rental shops. And we've completely gotten way off track. But you can see how the small business, like these things like Redbox have taken out, rentals. But let's move along, guys. Mick Foley all week was having a special announcement. Now, apparently, the special announcement turned out that he is going back to a fanny pack. Joe, you and I had a thought that he was going to join Jeff Jarrett's Global Force Wrestling. I don't think that actually happened. What did you think, Joe?
You know what? I think it was happening because if you look at his series of videos, it was hosted by Global Force Wrestling.
That's true, yes.
But I think maybe the agreement didn't fall through. So when you build up something big and the fans are wondering what you're going to do, he probably figured out, okay, this idea didn't come through. Okay, how about this? And then came out with something as ludicrous as a fanny pack and a little bit Wyatt tribute. Again, that's something that, he probably bit off more than he can chew. And he advertised it way beforehand that, because seriously, I thought he was going to go join Jeff Jarrett in that promotion. It wouldn't be the first time Mick Foley had been ventured away from the WWE to work on other wrestling-related promotions.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. Andy, now that you heard that, Mick Foley was advertising or kind of like hinting that he was going to Global Force, and now obviously he's doing something like wearing a fanny pack, do you think that Mick Foley might have pulled away because obviously maybe the money deal wasn't right, or what do you think about that?
I think he's just playing the internet at its own game, because the moment any wrestler puts down, I've got some fantastic announcement to make, the world holds its breath. We have shit radio shows like this one where we talk about it and it gets mentioned and mentioned and mentioned, and then he turns around and says, I bought myself a new fanny pack. I think he's playing with the internet. He's proving that you can play the internet at its own game. I mean, how many rumours have you seen over this last week since he made the announcement? Oh, Mick Foley's going to go with TNA. Mick Foley's going to go with Jeff Jarrett. It's all bullshit. It's just internet rumours, and that's what he's playing. I think he's getting an erection, for the want of a better term, playing with the internet. He's proving a point that we are...
He's getting off by playing with himself.
Yeah. He's playing us all off against each other. At the end of the day, he's going, fooled you, I bought a new fanny pack.
Yeah. Will, what is your thoughts about Mick Foley's new announcement and that he's got himself a fanny pack?
I had a grilled cheese sandwich, went to the bathroom, and didn't care.
All right. Well, I think we're just going to move right along past this. WWE is supposedly rumored, now again, this is another rumor, that they're going to recreate the Nation of Domination. Yeah, you heard it right here, folks. There's speculation going around that WWE is planning on a new storyline similar to the Nation of Domination. This is not a confirmed plan or anything, but it was mentioned by someone in the WWE when talking about how Rusev had wins over Xavier Woods, R-Truth, Kofi Kingston, and now apparently he's feuding with Big E. Now, as you can figure out how all these guys, the rumor is that all these men that Rusev has pretty much beaten the hell out of are all going to come together as the new Nation of Domination. Now, whether this is somebody's pipe dream of a Nation of Domination feuding, or it's WWE's really fucking lost the plot. You know what? Well, I'm going to kick this back over to you. What do you think about a possible recreation of the Nation of Domination?
All right. We're going to have Biggie Langston as Mark Henry. We're gonna have Kofi Kingston as D'Lo Brown. We're going to have R-Truth, basically like the Godfather. No, actually, R-Truth could be more Farouk.
No, he can be the Godfather because he already has the hose as the Funkadactyls.
Okay, which will make Xavier Woods like a Rock or something. And see, and a lot of the IWC kept saying that it's a racial thing. Listen here, folks. It is not a racial thing. This is just a true Ryback storyline. A Ryback storyline. There's no stiff competition for Rusev at the moment. Now, that thing against Andy's favorite stable, the Union Jacks, that doesn't count. Because they were in England. So I'm going to just say this. Till then, do we need a new Nation of Domination? No. But would it work, for a little while? Maybe. I mean, you're just recreating something that worked, but 17 years ago. I don't know. I just think that this is a little bit overwhelming for the human eye.
All right. Lance, do you think the WWE needs to recreate old stables to make whatever issues they're having going on work, or do you need to resell it to the crowd, or?
Well, hopefully I'm coming in loud and clear. Basically, them creating the new Nation, a Jobber Nation, I think they're going to screw it up.
Okay. Now, Joe, you are the Classic Wrestling Manager, and I know how you love classic wrestling. And you've even talked about in the past how TNA or even the WWE should try to recreate some old clans, such as like the Nation of Domination. Do you think this is a wise idea?
Oh God, it's bad enough we see a nation in TNA. I think them redoing the Nation of Domination is a wrong thing to do. If you look at the people involved, it's all African Americans who pretty much job out week after week. None of these guys, and I'm sorry, none of them don't have the charisma of The Rock, They don't have even the entertainment factor of D'Lo Brown, which is shaking his head. Hell, they